Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Posing in Paradise. It's so nice to be back in the lab again and creating content for you. Teaching yoga really is one of my all-time favorite things to do, so I'm very happy that you are here today and joining me for our seated yoga practice. So all you need for today is some comfortable clothes and a nice comfortable chair. So this practice is designed to help dissolve tension in various parts of the body. It's going to help us to relax a little bit, find that space of calm, one of the best things in the world. And it's just going to be a nice soothing practice, and it's meant to be accessible for all levels. So even if you're not flexible or if you don't consider yourself a yogi, don't worry about it. This is still going to be a nice practice for you. So if you like this video, please remember to give it a little like at the end. Or if you feel so inclined, you can also subscribe to the channel and find more content like this, and also maybe some power yoga videos as well. So without further ado, grab your comfortable clothes and your comfortable chair, and let's get started on our seated yoga stretch. So I'm going to angle myself a little bit just so you guys can kind of see what we're doing and what I won't say what it's supposed to look like, but what we're going for. So let's drop into our space first and foremost. Go ahead and come to the edge of your chair. Straighten your spine and lift through the crown of your head. And if you're comfortable, go ahead and close the eyes down for just a few moments. And let's find our breath. Just begin to take some full, long breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let your shoulders be heavy away from your ears. So we're already beginning to dissolve our tension. One more big breath in through your nose. Biggest breath you've taken all day. Exhale, sigh it out. And if you like, you can open the eyes once again. Let your palms find the tops of your thighs, and we're going to come into some seated cat-cows. So we're going to begin to loosen up through the spine. So on an inhale, send the belly forward. Look up. Exhale, cat back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, cat back. So we're just flowing back and forth in the spine. And we're following our own breath here. So as you inhale, send your belly forward and your gaze up. As you exhale, look down, stretch the spine back. Couple more just like that. Inhale. Exhale, cat back. When you're ready, come back to a neutral spine, and we're gonna start doing some neck rolls. So we started to loosen up the spine a little bit, and the spine continues up into the neck. So we're gonna loosen that up as well. So very slowly, with lots of presence and lots of intention, Start to take some big neck circles. I like to do these very slowly because I like to feel all the muscles in the back and the sides of my neck so I can make sure that I'm sending the stretch where it needs to go. If you guys are like me at all, then you carry a lot of tension in the upper shoulders and in the neck. So it feels really good to take a little time and give the neck some love and attention. Let's switch directions. Other way. I really like to exaggerate these circles, and if I find a spot that's got some tension in it, then it really feels nice to pause and kind of roll out that spot. So this is your stretch with your neck, so do what feels good for you. I'm feeling a lot of tension in my upper shoulders. So finding tension in our yoga practice is a good thing because that gives us awareness of areas that need a little extra time, a little extra stretch. And once we find those areas, we can begin to work them out. So it's a good thing to find tense spots. Go ahead, bring it back to center. Make sure you're still sitting up nice and tall. Take a big inhale through the nose. And we're gonna exhale, chin to chest, stretching out the back muscles in the neck now. So we're just gonna give that a little bit of time. That should feel really nice on those long, strong muscles from the traps up the back of the skull. And make sure you're not holding your breath here because our breath is going to help stretch out all those muscles. So the breath actually moves the stretch up and down the muscles. It's so important throughout the day, if you're able to, just find some moments of stillness and quiet. To me, it's absolutely necessary to find just a few moments alone per day where I can just unpack my thoughts, give my body some attention. Self-care, so wonderful. When you're ready, bring the head back up to center. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Bring your shoulders down heavy away from the ears. My neck's starting to feel better already. We're going to stretch out the sides of the neck now. And if you like, you can inhale an arm up and very gently tilt your head to one side with your fingertips on an exhale. So now we're stretching out the long muscles on the side of the neck down through the tops of the shoulders. You can let your opposite arm hang down heavy just to give you a little more opposition. So you're gently stretching those muscles away from each other. We'll be here for a few breath cycles. Hopefully that feels really nice for you too. For me, it feels excellent. Just take a couple more breaths here. Always remember to breathe. Sometimes we kind of lose track of what we're doing and we might hold the breath. Just try to stay mindful and stay present with your breathing. Gently release. Come back up to center. Maybe give yourself a moment. See if there's any difference from left to right side. And as you're ready, inhale, other arm up. Exhale, stretch the other side now, very gently with your fingertips on your temple. And you're opening up the side of your neck. And if it feels good, let the opposite arm hang heavy. Gently pull the muscles in opposite directions. When we're doing our yin yoga and our stretches, you always want to be gentle with yourself. So never feel like you have to force yourself into a position that doesn't feel good for your body. So I'm just guiding you on the direction to go. Your stretch never has to look like mine. You never have to do exactly what I do. It's all about you. So find what feels good for your body. And if it feels good, you're doing it right. One more breath on this side. Exhale, gently release. Always gently. Very good. So now before we get to our next sequence, we're going to take a gentle inversion. So when I say inversion, what I mean is we're getting our hips over our head, right? Sorry, I don't do a lot of seated inversions. We're going to put our head down and get our hips over our heart and our head. I think that's it. So go ahead and try it with me. Bring your heels out a little bit wider because we're going to be bringing the head down between the knees. So inhale, take a deep breath. And exhale, your own ability here. We're going to exhale the head down very slowly, very gently. So right now, our hips are slightly over our heart space and our head. So we're getting an inversion, which is going to help our circulation get moving, break up any stagnation. For me, in my stretch right now, I'm also feeling some nice opening through the lower back, and I'm also getting a good stretch as gravity very gently is pulling my head away from my shoulders. So we'll just be here for a few breaths. I don't want anyone to get dizzy or faint. If you feel faint at all, just place your hands on your knees and very gently guide yourself back up, taking some full deep breaths. Let's just hang out for another couple breaths in our seated inversion today. It's fun to get creative sometimes with these yoga stretches and these practices. So it's all supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy it. So it's okay to play. Before we come back up, if you very softly want to shake your head side to side, that feels good on my neck. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale out nice and slow. All right, and if your hands aren't there already, gently place them on your knees and very mindfully, very slowly, you can use your hands to press yourself up as you inhale. Once you get to the top, pause for a moment, big exhale. And see if you notice if your circulation feels any different. I think it feels awesome. I hope it does for you too. Oh, that was a very nice seated inversion. Let's move on, my friends. We're going to come into a seated twist now. So sit up tall on your hips and inhale both arms up. Exhale, right hand to left knee, and we're going to exhale into our twist. So if your chair has a back, you can use that to gently twist yourself a little further, and also press the right hand into the side of your left knee. So we're loosening up the spine a little bit more. And twists are also really, really wonderful for helping us stimulate digestion. Make sure you're lifting up through the crown of your head. And we'll just be here for another couple breaths. Very good. Inhale. Exhale, release, come back to center. And we're going to do the same thing now on the opposite side. So inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist open, left hand to left knee now. You can use your hands to give yourself as much or as little twist as you want. Remember, this is your spine. This is your yoga practice. So please do what your body wants you to do. So the body's a very, very good guide of showing us what areas we need to focus on. And it's also a good guide to tell us if we've gone a little bit too far or if we need to readjust. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe twist a little bit further on your exhales. Exhale, bring it back to center. I can feel my circulation starting to move a little bit differently, so hopefully we're all getting stuff going with our blood and our breath. I'm going to come into eagle arms now. So inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, right arm underneath your left. So try to hook your elbows together and raise your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Now, my friends, I know that eagle arms are not always accessible. So if your body is telling you no eagle arms today, your other option is to just grab opposite shoulders. So what we're doing in either of these poses is we're pulling the shoulder blades apart and we're stretching through the upper back. So if eagle arms are not for you today, don't worry about it. You're still getting the stretch by doing opposite hand to opposite shoulder. So take a few moments to just find some nice deep breaths on our first side. Might feel good to bow the head down. Ooh, my shoulders like that. Two more deep breaths. Exhale, release. And we're going to do the same thing now on the other side. We always want to even it out in our practice. So inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, left arm under right this time. Eagle arms on the second side. So make sure that you are still sitting up tall and lifting up through the crown of your head. And if you're in eagle arms, make sure your elbows stay in line with your shoulders. And just like on the other side, this is always an option for you to grab opposite shoulders. So we're stretching out a little more through the top of the back and maybe the back of the neck a little bit. So whatever version of the pose you're in, find your stillness and find your slow, easy breaths. Two more deep breaths. Exhale, release. Ooh, my arms get tired doing that. If you want to roll out the wrists a little bit, go ahead. We're going to come into our next stretch now. We're going to stretch out from the hips all the way up to the armpit. So we're going to come into seated crescent pose. So on an inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, right hand down to the edge of your chair, and we're going to sweep the left fingertips over to the right side. Make sure that both of your hips and your sit bones are staying grounded on your chair. So we're stretching from the armpit all the way down the side body. So we're spreading space between each of our ribs. So a lot of times we stretch the back of the body and the front of the body. And sometimes it's easy to forget to do our lateral stretches as well, because we do still collect tension in the side of the body. So this should feel pretty good in your side waist and underneath your armpit. If your arm gets tired, just gently bring it to the back of your head. That's what I like to do. Take a few more breaths in our crescent pose on the left side. One more big inhale. And exhale back to center. Bring the left arm down. And take just a moment before we switch sides. Ground your sit bones and lengthen up your spine. Very good. Inhale, circle sweep both arms up. Exhale, left hand down to the edge of your chair and open up the right side body. Crescent pose on the right side. So I like to gently let my head just be cradled by gravity. So I also stretch out the sides of my neck as well. So important to remember our lateral stretches because we want our stretches in our body to be 360 degrees. So we want to do top to bottom, left to right, front to back, side to side. It's all wonderful, my friends. Couple more breaths on this side. Big breath in. Exhale back to center. Oh, that's lovely. All right, just a couple more stretches before we round out our practice. We're going to come briefly into an ankle stretch. So I don't know if you can see the bottoms of my feet. I'll show you with my hands what I'm doing. So ground both of your sit bones down, sit up tall in your spine. And what we're going to do with our left foot first is we're going to bring the tops of the left toes to the ground very gently. So you're almost making a little fist with your toes. And what we're going to do without applying our body weight is we're just going to press our ankle forward. So what you should be feeling is a stretch through the top and front of the ankle. So be very, very gentle here. We're not standing up on that foot. We're not applying any body weight because this muscle, it gets very tight and we tend to overlook it a lot. So we're just going to take a few moments to remember the front of our ankle. So hopefully that feels really good for you guys too. My ankles love this stretch. I never did dance or ballet, but whenever I do this stretch, I like to think of myself as a graceful ballerina or a dancer. I never quite got there. I was always more tomboyish. But I can play make-believe. All right, one more big breath on our left side. Exhale, release. I like to help my foot back up. Slow and easy. Plant the bottom of your left foot back on the ground. And we're going to come into the same stretch on the right side. So very gently bring the tops of your right toes to the ground. And once they're there, just use your, I don't know what you use. We're just pressing the front of our ankle forward. How would one say that in yoga speak? Either way, we're getting that nice stretch through the front of the ankle on the right side. Those muscles really do get tense, don't they? So this is what your ankle and your foot are doing. This is meant to be very gentle, but very effective as well. And always, always remember your breath. So don't hold your breath in your poses. That's going to prevent you from getting all that you should get out of your stretch. Don't shortchange your stretch. 2 more breaths in our beautiful ballerina feet. Oh, exhale, plant the right foot back on the ground. That feels wonderful. We're going to come into our last stretches of the day. So bring your sit bones to the edge of your seat. We're going to stretch out each one of our hamstrings before we bring our practice to a close. So inhale your spine nice and straight. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Bring your left heel to the floor. And we're gonna fold forward. So try to keep your spine straight in the beginning and just find where your edge is. So it might only be like right here because some of us have very, very tight hamstrings. So just listen to your own body. Do your own stretch. Don't do my stretch. This is your practice. And if it feels good, you can start to come forward a bit, but just be really gentle on your back. So you might want to bring an elbow down to your right knee. We're just gently stretching the left hamstring for a couple more breaths. On a deep, long exhale, bring it back up slowly. Come back to center and take a moment. Reset. Just make sure your hips and your sit bones remain grounded on your chair. And we love symmetry in yoga. We're gonna do the second side. So straighten your right leg very gently and bring your right heel to the floor. Flex your toes back towards your face. Big inhale. And as you exhale, just start to come forward until you find your very own edge. So that place where you're getting the stretch, but it doesn't feel like you're on the verge of injury. If it ever feels like you're on the verge of injury, you're going too far. So just listen to your body. Don't let pride or expectations get in the way. Use your own body as a guide of how far you should go. Always. Take some easy breaths on our right hamstring stretch. Sometimes I do my entire yoga practice or my yin practice with my eyes closed. And usually that's because I do my yin practice completely alone in complete silence at the end of the day. I turn lights down. I remove all external happenings. I try to let go of what happened during my day. I try to postpone planning for tomorrow. I just close my eyes and I try to be as still and as present as possible, which is sometimes a lot harder than it sounds to be present. Couple more breaths on this side. Inhale, slowly bring it back up to center. And if you haven't done so already, take just a few moments sitting up tall with your sit bones grounded and close your eyes down. Bow your head if you like, and just take these last few silent moments to integrate your practice. As you're ready, bring your awareness back to your body. One last time, my friends, we're going to inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. This is where we end our practice today. I am so grateful that you made the time to join me, not on our mats, but on our chairs today. The divine light in me sees, loves, and appreciates the divine light in each and every one of you. Namaste, my friends. All right, you guys, that's it for our seated yoga practice today. I hope that you found this accessible for you. I really hope that you feel less tense and maybe a little bit more relaxed. That was our goal for today. So I just thank you so much for joining me. It is truly my joy to share my love of yoga with you and with this community. I'm so excited to make the next video and see you guys next time. So if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, and I would absolutely love to hear from you in the comments. So if you have any questions or suggestions or feedback, just feel free to leave it in the comments. So that is it for this practice, my friends. Before I say too many more times, I just want to thank you so much again for sharing this practice with me. I will see you next time. Namaste.